If you look closely at it here, I did mention to the owner that Alright, time to work on the M111. Got parts, right? Let's put it together. Whee! We got parts. And here's the counter full of parts. A couple chains, some cases, some gears, some screws. Where the heck is, where's that receipt? What do I do with the receipt? So if you break this stuff, this is what it's going to cost you. There's it right there. Right there. Whee! Alright. Oh wait, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Okay, let's put her together. I was actually looking at this. This is going to be a bigger job than I thought it would be. We're going to put the camera so you're not whitewashed out. You see these bolts right here? So that means take the chain case off. We got to take the jack shaft off, the driver's out, and this all comes up. Hooray! So we're going to start with loosening off the track. Yeah, big job, big job. So a little update, how far we've gotten here. 2.5 hours, we're getting close. I took the brake off. We're working on getting the jack shaft out because it has to come out. It's kind of sandwiched, there's two lips. So one of these has got to come off. Track is off, suspension is off. Looks like he's having a snooze down there. Track's back there, suspension's there. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh man, this is a big pain in the ass job. Taking more stuff apart than I thought. Snatch. I think I'm just going to set you up and put you back here and you can watch. Try to put you in a way where you're not looking at the back of my head for an hour. The only downside to filming is you can't have music on. I learned that the hard way. I already got a copyright strike, Brad. Yeah. Stupid. Okay. Taking the jack shaft off here. Oh. Well, we're quitting here. It's a pretty good, half day's worth of work. I can't believe how much stuff you got to take apart just to take this one thing off. We got the big empty hole here. It was almost ridiculously impossible to get the jack shaft out. He took the jack shaft with him. He's going to try to press it out the engine mount, which is on this side. Bolts up here and here. Yeah, what a nightmare. But yeah, we're getting there. The parts are still sitting here, looking all pretty, looking over all the parts. We were actually looking at it too. We were like looking where the sight glass is. There's no sight glass on this. There's a Boss here on the inside, and they never finished it on the outside. They just put the plug on there. Cheap. I guess to see if you got oil, you just take that plug out. Oh yeah, that's right. You fill it up until it oozes out of the plug hole. Well, that's not too bad. Okay. But, and as we're working, a new toy showed up. Yeah, this is a 2010 450. Burning oil. A lot of oil. A lot of oil. I'll probably stick my finger in here and dig some oil. Oh yeah, a lot of oil. So that's to come, but another one on this. Yeah, right on. Takes a long time to do this kind of stuff. Okay, bye bye. Alright guys, I think I've procrastinated long enough. Time to get to work on the cat. It's a big job. Take me a couple days to get it all back together. Little red showed back up again. A little worse for wear this time. Flat tire. Some of the for the spokes. The hub is all broken. You can see it's broken out right there. If I put the camera in the right spot, you'll be able to see it. And you see right there, the hub's got a big hunk missing out of it. Yeah, and there's 4 or 5 of them around there. There's a couple spokes that are just kind of like hanging out. But yeah, I don't know where I'm heck going to get parts for that. But back to the cat. Get her done. So for anybody who doesn't know, I'll do a recap myself too. We have to replace the chain case and a few of the sprockets and gears and chains. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. He put her in reverse and held her wide open in reverse and just blew the whole reverse gears all apart. He sent me the clip. I wonder if I could find the clip. I'm going to put it in this video. Probably right around here. So if I find the clip, it'll be here. If not, well, anyway, let's go back here and just rewind time a little bit and have a look. So, first big F up is the sight glass blew apart, went around inside here, and there's a big chunk missing out of the chain case here. So one of the gears, one of the reverse gears, is missing all its teeth. See that? All the teeth come off and went through the whole system here. As you can see, it basically laid carnage to this whole entire chain case. I mean, yeah, these things are kind of made of pot metal, but they can take a bit of abuse, but not bits and pieces of metal flying around inside of here. I mean, big hunk missing out of there. And yeah, a couple of the drive gears. So this gear is not in that bad a shape, but there are chunks missing out of the teeth. You can't have stuff like that going around inside of here. And even this guy here, if you look at the teeth is all, it's through the case hardened. And the chunks of the, yeah, you can see right there, the chunks of the teeth are starting to come off. But yeah, that's probably the worst one right there. Yeah, I can't say myself I've ever seen this happen before, but I guess to let this be a lesson to you. Don't try to go backwards, wide open throttle, with 4-stroke turbo. Yeah. Okay, on to the machine. The first thing I want to do is I just want to get down there, and there are still bits and pieces of teeth. I want to get down there and I'm going to suck it up with a vacuum cleaner. And I'm going to do, we call it a mock-up. I'm just going to put the part in there, and we put the chain case half in there, and we'll just see how it fits. See if it's going to require any modifications of any kind. I don't think it will. It's factory, and it should just slide right down into place. If I put it in the right way, that is. That's it. It's a pretty darn good fit. Yeah, looks good in there. Okay. So, now I get to decide course of action. I got to put the drivers in, put the jack shaft in, I have to put the brake and the secondary shaft in, right? Because the brake goes down there. And I like this setup because your brake caliper goes on the drive shaft, not on the jack shaft. Because if you break a belt, or say here, if you break a belt or you blow your jack shaft, you still have brakes because the brake caliper goes right on the driver shaft. Good design. I've been hard at it. I got the new chain case in there, looking pretty good. Got the jack shaft in. I'm gonna come around the side. Jack shaft in. I got the motor mount back on. Next is gonna be get the drivers in. So it's gonna be laying on my back. That'll be fun. So yeah, new chain case is in there. It's good. I gotta take the drivers, stick them up here. It's got to go all the way in this way. Then I can get started in that bearing. Push it in, pull it back, and put the brake and all that back on. But, I think I'm gonna be filming all this stuff. This is a pretty big job. It takes a long time to film. And Buddy wants to sled back. I mean, there's no snow yet, but it's coming. But there's where we are. Jack shaft is in. New bearings on both sides. Feels really good. Everything is all lined up nicely. Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna have to take this thing for a rip when it gets all ready. Maybe I'll hang on to it until there's snow. But yeah, it's coming along. One step closer. Now my least favorite job. Let's get the drivers in there. Figure I'd bring you along for this part. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I gotta put it in. I guess it's gotta go up into here and then shoved into there. All while wrestling with the track. That is really quite heavy. Oh, I'm never gonna do this. Not like this. Okay, I gotta reposition here. This is never gonna work. Okay, I'm on the other side. I'm gonna try this from this side. Oh. Okay, so it goes up this way. Now, what hole does that want to go in? That wants to go in that hole there. So this guy goes up into here. And my crowbar's in the way. Yep. Could have seen that coming. Okay. Okay, it's up on that side. Ouch, my ears. That's got to go all the way up in there. There we go, like that. That's got to go a little bit more. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I can hang like that, maybe. Okay, what's going on here? Alright, oh, okay. Whew, okay, halfway there. Halfway there. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but I'm going to try to do it this way. Oh yeah, that's got to go way in there. Way more than that. I'm going to get it disengaged from the track. Ah, here we go. Okay. So close. Like a freaking 16th of an inch here. Oh no, this fancy jack is in the way. Oh, this big red thing's gonna have to come out of the way. Crap. Well, alright. Alright, I gotta change a few things. I momentarily forgot I have my chain fall hooked up to this thing. So I'll just lift her up. Lift right off that jack, down, and so you'll see if it falls down or not. I'll put you down here so I don't drop the camera. I wonder if that'll work. Probably not, but maybe what I gotta do is I gotta take that jack completely out from under there. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Take the stand out. Alright. Okay, that should work. A little higher. Hopefully it doesn't fall on my camera. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see. Can't get this camera into places. I need a smaller tripod, I think. I'll just put you here so you can see me struggling and yelling and hollering. Yeah, put it there. Right there. Let's see if I can't get the sled to fall on. Okay. Oh, we're so close, just like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gotta go just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, baby. Okay. Maybe I'll just take you right off here and show you what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. That's what I call a win. Oh, that was fun. I had to push it in that way as far as I could, and then get it up there, push it that way. Now I gotta get it over. Gotta get it that way. Oh, there we go. Just slid right in there. Yeah, baby. Okay, one step closer to getting this green and white thingy-majigger out of my shop. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay. Whew. Okay, I need a break. So here we are on the brake side. So your secondary clutch goes on the jack shaft here. Drivers are poking through here. I want to put this side together before I put the chain case side together. I don't know why. I like doing it this way, but this is the way I've always done it with these machines. So I got bolts. So the bolts on this side, the drivers go through a bearing, and the bearing is actually part of the brake caliper, which is actually pretty cool. So this has got to go on here, and you can't put it all the way on. I guess the brake pads kind of fell out, but anyway, brake pads go in here like this and like this. Should have a little clip or a pin or something to hold those in, but it doesn't. And then the brake disc goes on there. So I'm gonna put these guys in here like so. Not that you can probably see, maybe you can see my big hairy arm. It goes on there like that. And then, I believe, this goes on this way. And the splines, you have splines in here in the brake disc, and that's got a spline up to the drive wheel. Drivers. And that's not going to go on there nicely, is it? Of course it's not. Why would that go on there nice? Easy. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I got this backwards. That doesn't go. It goes this way. That looks better. Bet a little bit about. Probably can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, what the freaking heck is going on here? There we go. And she just slips right in there, right on. Now, with these on here like that, a brake disc in there, put this guy on here, down in the groove that's down there. Get on there, and these splines gotta match up with there. There we go. Going on there. I'll have to clean the splines out here on the disc a little bit. Oh, gross. Gross. Yeah, I gotta clean these. I gotta spend some time. I gotta clean the splines up on here because it's all dirty and stuff. Ain't gonna come together. Hang on, I'll be back. Alright, I got the splines all cleaned up on the brake disc. Yeah, it's looking a lot better now. Let's see if this can slide on here without any of the other stuff on there. It still doesn't really want to go on there. Yeah, a little better. Just gonna have to tap her in there with a little bit of a hammer, yeah. Yeah. Okay, put this on there. Love it. There we go. That's much better. That just slid right on there. Yeah, baby. Okay, so I gotta get the bolts in. The bolts go in underneath. There's 3 of them. They go in from the back. I'm not gonna record it. I'm just gonna go do it. Alright, well this side's all done. Aside from, I gotta put this back on here. I gotta re-rivet it back on here. Somebody had taken the bolts out and riveted this on, this guard. So that's gonna be back on. I gotta put the computer back on here, fuse box, this boost control, and a couple bolts, and then this side is completely done. So then we get to move to the fun side, the side with all the gears. Yeah. Well, this project's on hold. I need one more part. I need a new pin. So this pin goes in this hole here, and it holds on your reverse sprocket. So this is this actually goes like this, but this, anyway, this goes on here, right? And this is where your reverse chain rides and your main sprocket up here. And that, anyway, you know what? Give me a second here. I'll set it all up so you see what it looks like. All right, I put the gears on there. So this is how the system works. Actually, yeah, okay, well, I won't put the reverse chain on there. So main power comes in through the jack shaft from the other side, from the secondary clutch. It spins this shaft. This shaft is splined to this, spins this shaft. And if you look on the other side, see the secondary over there turning, right? So the main drive gear here, this is for the main chain. This is not splined to the jack shaft. This is just a freewheeling. And if you look, there's little splines on there. And this guy here has got splines inside splines, right? So the main drive gear locks into here. And you see this little slot here, this is where the shift fork goes. So when you push on your reverse, when you put your reverse button, this guy here disengages from this, slides out, and these gears here lock on to the reverse gear, and it locks on like this and turns this gear. Instead of turning it this way, right, it's going to be turning it backwards, as you can see. So this gear is going forward, this gear is going backwards, and this in turn is locked onto this guy here. So there's the pin, this guy is locked onto this one here, like that, and it turns this whole setup here backwards. And then it drives the other sprocket down here. So this is the main drive sprocket, goes forward, and this is the reverse sprocket down here. So this main drive gear, there's no splines in it. It's just a Babbitt bearing, and it is just allowed to freewheel on this. So that's why you want to be careful when you run these things in reverse, because when that disengages, the only gears that are locked together are these gears here, and there's point definition on these gears. So it's just like a manual transmission. See, there's point definition on that, and there's also point definition on this, which allows it to run a little bit and then lock in. So that's why when it meshes, there's not a lot of surface area holding these gears together. That's why holding it wide open when it's in reverse is a bad idea. But as long as you have it in drive, these splines are locked onto the main drive gear, like that, and the whole system is locked together. And the whole system can turn. But then that's allowed to freewheel. And this still goes forward, but it turns this gear backwards. Now what I found was this pin. So this pin here that goes in here, and it holds the reverse gear. It holds the reverse gear, chain gear, and the gear, for lack of better terms, I guess. This pin got bent. Now you can look at it, I didn't even really notice it until it was sitting on my shop counter, and I had to put a straight edge on it to confirm it. But this pin is bent, and there's also some damage on it here. But it's hard to tell, very, very hard to tell that this pin is bent, except for when you put it in the hole. Okay, I'm gonna put just the drive gear on it. So this is the gear that's got the sprocket. I put the drive gear on it, and I can't push it all the way in. Now watch the gear. Watch how out and how screwy this gear looks. Set this up right. I can edit this part out. Struggling here a little bit. Okay, so let's get right up close to this gear. Now watch how this gear spins. See how that gear spins? That's a telltale that this pin is bent. And if you look right here at the pin, you can actually see that the pin is bent. That's no good. Now, some people might say, oh, well, just bend the pin straight. Well, you can't bend the pin straight. This is a hardened steel pin. Once they bend, you can't bend it back. And keep in mind, too, being hardened steel, it's very brittle. So if you were to get it to try to bend back, it would fracture. With a hardened steel pin, you kind of get one free out of it. So once it's bent, it's no good. But yeah, there's even some damage on it. I didn't even see that before from the teeth flying around in here. No good. Okay, so this project's at a standstill. We're getting there. getting close. Now I'm gonna edit this video and I'll throw her up tonight. Get the track on there. I could put the suspension back in now that the drive gear is in, the drivers are in, and I don't want to put any of the. I don't want to finalize putting any of this on here until I can put the chains. Put the chains back on here, but we need a pin. We're held up because we need a pin. I wonder if there's a way to look down the pin. You can see it. Yeah. Oh well. That's what happens when you own one of these. You ride, you brat, you break, you spend money, you fix. Here we go. That's it for this one. I wish I had more, but I can't go any farther. I don't want to put anything else back together until we get a pin. Okay. So before I shut her down, I actually wanted to show a few things. So this is what the owner there, Bradley, the redneck mechanic on YouTube, what he gave me. This is his sled, the Redneck Mechanics. And he's got YouTube, he's got TikTok. I haven't jumped on the TikTok bandwagon yet. People are saying I should. So we got a whole bunch of these cool looking lights. Little LED pod lights. And then the creme de la creme, he bought a boost gauge for it. This is a digital light up boost gauge. You can't really tell, but when I light over to it, you can kind of see it's a, what do you call this, smoked lens on it. So when you put the power to her, she lights up. It looks pretty neato. But yeah, that's the box of goodies. Alright, that's it. Later. Alright, I had to do it. Almost done. I had to hook some power to the I wanted to see what this boost gauge looks like. And spoiler alert, it looks pretty badass. I'll try to do this with one hand. Batteries right here, I just run some wires. Check that baby out. Look at that. Doesn't that look badass? It's even a wicked color too. Off, on. Off, on. Off, on. Off, on. I better quit screwing with it until just in case I blow it up. Hey, that's it. That's all I got.